Kensington is a Philadelphia, Pennsylvania neighborhood. Poorest of the largest U.S. cities, with 23.3% of residents living in poverty, outnumbering Houston, the next largest poor U.S. city, by 2.9%. The city's non-Hispanic, white, Asian, and mixed-race population have seen a slight increase in poverty. Between 2005 and 2019, each group experienced an average annual increase in residential poverty of 1.2, 1.9, and 0.5% respectively. Kensington is a Philadelphia neighborhood with a higher crime rate than the national average. West Kensington, East Kensington, Fairhill, Port Richmond, and Old Richmond are all part of the Kensington neighborhood. It is well known for its alarming heroin problem, which has earned it the moniker Walmart of heroin. Kensington Avenue is widely regarded as the East Coast's largest outdoor heroin narcotic market. When Kensington was deindustrialized in the 1950s, it transformed from a blue-collar factory neighborhood to a drug-infested city. As the city's financial investment dwindled, the drug market stepped in to fill the economic void. In addition to drug users, Kensington now attracts drug tourists, or people looking for the cheapest and most potent drugs from all over the country. Kensington drugs have wreaked havoc on Philadelphia's residents. Since 1994, the city's drug overdose rate has tripled, tripling the number of homicides and exceeding the number of AIDS-related deaths. Because of the area's drug problem, its crime rate is the third highest in the city at 1.21%. It's not uncommon to see people injecting heroin and nodding off on the sidewalk in the middle of the day in this part of Philadelphia. Approximately 200,000 people lived in an unsuitable environment, such as the street or an abandoned building. Single people make up 66.7% of all homeless people, with families accounting for the remaining 33.3%. Even farther, 7.2% were veterans and 7.4% were unaccompanied minors and young adults. Homelessness increased by 0.7% in the United States between 2016 and 2017. Unaccompanied children and young adults accounted for 14.3% of the increase. People experiencing chronic homelessness accounted for 12.2% of the increase, and people experiencing unsheltered homelessness accounted for 14.2% of the increase. The number of people experiencing homelessness in families has decreased by 5.2%. Between 2007 and 2017, there was a decrease in overall homelessness and in every major category of homelessness across the country. Overall, there was a 14.4% decrease in homelessness. Veterans make up 34.3% of homeless population, people experiencing chronic homelessness make up 27.4%, and people living in unsheltered areas have seen the most dramatic reduction in homelessness, which makes up 24.6%. Communities across the country respond to homelessness with a wide range of housing and service programs, including emergency shelters, transitional housing, rapid rehousing, and permanent supportive housing. Over the last decade, there has been a shift in homeless assistance with a greater emphasis on permanent housing solutions to homelessness. Such as permanent supportive housing and rapid rehousing, rather than traditional housing programs. Permanent housing interventions account for roughly half of all beds in the United States at 52.8%. Permanent supportive housing is the intervention with the most capacity at the moment, accounting for 41.8% of all homeless assistance beds. The next highest capacity level is emergency shelter, which accounts for 32.8% of homeless assistance beds. Rapid rehousing is a newer intervention, with capacity data only being collected since 2013.